Hey guys, Pete here from the Sunday Drive, and today we have a first look at a new product that we're honestly surprised does not exist yet on the market. It's a quick mount release system for your toolbox onto your truck, and we're going to show you how to install it. Now, as we all know, toolboxes are extremely useful because they provide you a secure place to store all of your tools as opposed to having them locked up in your cab or flying around in your bed. But with shorter truck beds becoming more common, in this case we have a 5.5-foot bed, toolboxes can take up a substantial amount of space and every inch of real estate matters. In this case, it's taking up 2 feet of space, leaving us with only 3.5 feet left. Now, for the most part, that's fine, but it does get in the way when you need to start moving larger things like appliances, furniture, washers, dryers, families, friends, lemons, lots of lemons. You need more space. So what do you need to do? We gotta remove the truck bed. Sometimes life just throws you lemons, lots of lemons. And where are you gonna put them if you don't have any room in your truck bed? And that's what this product addresses. This is a quick release mounting system that sits between the truck bed and the toolbox so that you can remove your toolbox without any tools quickly and efficiently to make your truck bed usable again. Now, as we know with prototypes, the final product might come out looking a little bit different, but overall the concept will remain the same. Regardless, we like to get the feedback of our viewers, so feel free to leave a comment below and let us know your take on this. This flat piece of steel has holes drilled in the base to mount to the truck bed rails, and these studs here go through the toolbox where you push these clips through to keep it in place. As you can see, no tools are required once this bracket is mounted to your truck, which is what makes it so nice. So here's everything that you need to install this system on your truck. For this install, we're using sheet metal screws, a tape measure, copper anti-seize, a stepper bit, and regular drill bits. So if you've never installed a toolbox on your truck before, you'll want to go ahead and place the toolbox in your bed and put it to where it wants to sit, and then mark the front and the back locations. Next, go ahead and slide the toolbox out of the way. Now, as you can see, there's these raised sections on the rail of the bed, and if you're in between them, this doesn't sit flat, so we're going to be centering this bracket between those two. We're also going to be centering this front back between the lines that we drew with the marker where the toolbox wanted to sit. Next, we're going to use a tape to make sure that we are equal distance in on each side, which in this case was about 3 centimeters on each side. Next, use your marker. Thank you, mystery hand, and mark where the holes should go for the bracket. Now, if you're using sheet metal screws like we are, the bit that you're going to use to drill the pilot hole will vary. Right now we're using a 3/16 hole to start it and see how that works out. Now, since this is a Ford F-150, it has an aluminum bed, and we're going to be using stainless steel hardware to fasten it. This is perfectly fine. However, we're also going to add some copper anti-seize just to protect it a little bit better. Now, it's perfectly okay to install a toolbox directly on top of this. However, you could also add some weather stripping here or some rubber washers around these studs if you want to stop any sort of vibration. Now, there's a few different methods that you can use to figure out where to drill the holes for the posts that go into your toolbox. The first method would be simply using a measuring tape and measuring the spacing of all the holes. The second method would be to use paint or, in our case, a permanent marker and color in the top of the post. That way, when you place the toolbox on top of it, it'll leave a mark and you can figure out where to drill. The last method would be to use a hammer if you don't mind denting up your toolbox a little bit. Since the metal is so thin, it'll leave a nice indentation around and give you an idea of where to drill. All right, as you can see, after peening the aluminum, you have a nice indentation. Now use a marker and trace the circle that we peened into the toolbox. And then we're going to use a punch to start it and a step bit to drill the hole. Now the studs that this will be sitting on are 3/4 inch. We're going to drill that out using the step bit. We're going to flip the toolbox over and clean it up from the inside just to deburr it. Go ahead and flip the toolbox over. Finish cleaning up the holes from the inside. drop it onto the pegs. Now for the final step, go ahead and install the clip. All right, and there you go. As you can see, the clips are installed and the toolbox is now mounted to the truck. So from now on, removing your toolbox is as simple as opening it up, removing the cotter pins, and picking it up. So that's it, guys. That is the first look at this quick release mounting system and the installation. We think this is a great addition to your truck toolbox setup so that you can quickly remove it in those times where you need to fill your bed up. If you found this video to be helpful, please give us a big like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.